Hello everyone, this is Andrew, the Archon Philosopher. Welcome in. We're talking philosophy to the philosopher in all of us. And today it should be a quick video, just discussion about these three terms. And I see them floating around. And what's the difference? So theory of everything versus metaphysics versus fundamental theory of physics. Well, a theory of everything is supposed to explain everything. And I'm not sure what thing means in everything, but I come from a phenomenology standpoint, so a thing could be an experience. And so it should be every experience that we have as humans. And so one of these experiences is time. So whatever theory of everything you have, it has to include what about time? Yeah. And we have other features as well of our experience, like causality, spatiality, entanglement, gravity, electromagnetism, the translation of genotype to phenotype, consciousness, and the connectedness of all of these. So these are all real in our experience. And then we have all the things in our experience, all the things we find around us. This is what I think a lot of what the theory of everything is about. It's about things, because unfortunately, due to the great success of modern physics, we have seen materiality and matter arise to the forefront. And so a lot of the theories of everything are dealing with matter. And matter is important. Oh, yes. In fact, a lot of our senses are dealing directly with matter. Our sense of touch, our sense of taste and smell, hearing. Our sense of sight is perhaps dealing with electromagnetism, which is also under study by physicists, because we can measure it and get the little dial showing us what's going on with electromagnetism. And so if it's just matter and materiality that's being discussed, we should probably just call it a fundamental theory of physics. Also, I guess if it's dealing with electromagnetism, maybe entanglement. So a lot of them are dealing with matter or electromagnetism, and so I can see why physicists have come to the fore. This is a very important part of human experience and us staying alive. We have to navigate the lived-in world, and it's a material world. And at the very bottom of the material world is materiality, which is the law of physical nature, which we can penetrate only when we get to the very small and see the boundary. You know, we can ask the question, why does an electron have a spin, whatever a spin is? And the answer seems to be it does. And then we may ask the question, why does the first shell only have 2 electrons and the next shell only have 8? And the answer becomes it's an energy level thing. And but then the question is, why is that energy level and not some other? So we find the same problem David Hume found in causality. We find that at the very edge of materiality as well. And we will find it at the end of all of these laws of physical nature. And metaphysics has historically been the theory of everything. This is a theoretical science. If it is a science at all, it is. There's a methodology to it. You have to assure that you have answered everything. So you take a look at everything that needs to be answered, every difficult problem, every difficult question, and I'm going to say you have to include the most powerful things that you know about your world, the most important things you know about your world, and you have to explain them. And so this includes explaining time, explaining consciousness, explaining causality, explaining the translation of genotype to phenotype. These issues are not generally covered by physicists, and so they're ignored. But metaphysics is they call it the queen of sciences. So metaphysics is supposed to be the theory of everything, and it is everything, every experience that humans can have. And you have to put on an epistemological cap to understand how you know what you know. So this is something that I find is not brought up enough in theories of everything or a fundamental theory of physics, is how you know this. And I put at the very top the findings of modern scientific experiments. And the other sciences I put way down as to giving us confidence, epistemological confidence, knowledge confidence. We don't get that from other sciences like observational science, statistical science. We don't get that type of confidence. And this is what separates philosophers from others, esoteric people and people making incoherent theory, is that you have to integrate the theory and you have to have epistemological confidence before you start making theory. So we can go back in the history of metaphysics. It's a great journey. It's a struggle. We had the bootstrapping problem. I believe I overcame that with my own particular non-magical metaphysics, my own theory of everything. And as with all metaphysics, it is bizarre, but it is coherent. Anyway, this is a short video. If you run across theory of everything, it may or may not be everything. Anyway, we'll end today's hopefully quick program, and the main question of metaphysics is to find out where we are, in some way, where we are, how it is that there's something rather than nothing. And when we answer that, we'll know where we are. And when we know where we are, we will know who we are. And when we know who we are, we will know what to do. Thank you for supporting this channel.